Greetings. Today in the Episcopal Church, we remember two pillars of the Christian life in the 20th century, Thomas Merton and Karl Barth. Thomas Merton was a Trappist monk who wrote extensively on the Christian spiritual life and the Christian contemplative life, and whose books are very widely read today throughout many Christian traditions. And we also remember the theologian Karl Barth, one of the most prominent Protestant theologians of the 20th century, if not the most prominent Protestant of the 20th century, and his work on orthodoxy and his series of volumes on church dogmatics remain an unrivaled, some would say, systematic theology that many theologians today base their work off of. I think that it's particularly Anglican that we remember both of these people today. They are quite different. One is a Catholic monk and another is a Protestant theologian. And yet in the Anglican tradition, we have this idea of the via media, the middle way, of holding different beliefs and ways of thinking about religion and faith in God in tension together rather than excluding one for the sake of the other. And so I think, it's fitting that we remember these two guys in the Episcopal Church on the same day because they come from quite different backgrounds and they probably believed different things about how church works and how theology should be done and such. And yet they can exist together within a commemoration. And this is, I think, a great gift of our tradition in the Episcopal Church, that we are able to also hold in tension rather than dismiss views and figures that might disagree with each other. And yet both Karl Barth and Thomas Merton would also remind us that while that container which can hold various views is a good thing, that even that container has boundaries. And so as we continue to live into our tradition and hold things in tension, may we also remember where our own boundaries are and what we hold to be most true of our church. Thanks be to God for the witness of Thomas Merton and Karl Barth, and may we be continued to be enlightened by their inspiration to the church in the future.